completely fried, as you could probably tell from that.
Is the penalty going to take it over the 11.5? By the way, question.
No, if the 11.5 plus the 40 seconds, of course, because you have to add the 40 seconds onto it as well. So it depends.
No, my point being that.
No, that's still the maximum time because it's the penalty for that stint.
You might want to include that then, because the penalty would take him to 11:36.
11:36 would still be below the time because it would be 12 minutes 10 would be the maximum when you add the 40 seconds on that you have to get into the pit, for the pit time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome again. The final stint. We got 2 hours left, guys. 2 hours left. Have you got the link for the announcements?
I can do it in a minute. I'm just making sure that
I can grab it then.
Aero
I've got
GT
YouTube
is
open.
doing their stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's get this last stint shared then. Copy link.
Alright. One last roll of the dice, and I can't wait to take a look at what this YouTube chat is going to say.
Yes, please give your reviews, give a professional review. If you're on Glassdoor reviewing your business, or you're on TripAdvisor reviewing a restaurant, give your review of how you think Pyro's stint just went.
Eli, in terms of how the commentators are doing, I was doing better an hour and a half ago.
I'm fine.
Fuck you.
I'm not.
I am sweaty and his brain is melted.
Man, it's been a long day.
I am sweaty.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, I am very sweaty and delirious from being in the wall multiple times.
I'm quite happy that my voice is held out. I say now. We'll see how I wake up tomorrow. But let's start this stint and get things underway. We've got 2 hours left, so it's going to last until 11:30.
11:35.
11:35 and some change.
There's going to be the extra lap. Quite frankly, I think the honey won't be necessary. He'll be fine.
To be fair, I've had plenty of water today, so I should be okay.
I haven't. I've had maybe 100 mil at most.
Oh my god, go get some liquid, man. Hydration.
I think it's sweating it all out as well.
Yeah, on that last one. So, on this formation lap, let's go through. We've got Berger for Inferno making his debut in ALR. We got Fancy Locks back again. After his wet stint, he's going to take a dry stint on for Aero GT. It looks like he's on course for a podium, which is pretty decent for Aero GT. Then we got BX Royal in the Project Platypus car, I think for the first time today. Harlex is back for the second time in the Falcon. And then Anonymous back again in T3. And then Eroticos is doing his first stint for Aero GT as well. Then we got Atim Gren back again after he set the quickest lap of the entire day so far. So he could make some further gains after I think Toussaint dropped them from 6th to 7th in that previous stint because Keto was pretty much the quickest guy on the entire track. Capel in 8th for Queen's Head, trying to recover some of the damage that Pyro did. And then in 9th...
Hey, I didn't do any damage. It may have got further away at the front, but I extended behind.
No, but you wanted to make progress forward, not just hope that the people behind had more mistakes than you. That's...
Hey. Even if what I hoped, it doesn't mean it happened. I still opened the gap. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It could have been JP.
So, continuing our run down the grid, we've got Thunderdome back again for Apex, double stinting here. Lee Cole's back for his second stint for JP Motorsport. Deco is in the other Aero GT. He's making his Aero GT debut just like Eroticos is here today. Epsilon Delta for his second stint as well for Team DVR. And then Expendit X for Apex Hunter, trying to pick off some last positions. Another tier 4 driver, just like Epsilon and JP. And NTO is as well a tier 4 driver. So we've got some good representation up and down the tiers for this final one. And Leroy making his second stint of the day as well in the Lamborghini for Team Speed at the back. But it looks like it's going to be Deco who's going to be starting at the back after a bit of a naughty Second,
Scotty's
1 minute
yeah,
penalty for
that's it.
Scotty.
Scotty absolutely screwed him a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, self-report and everything. So you know, you can.
So we're at
start themselves
Blanchimont,
at the
everyone's
back.
going to slow down now. Hopefully there's no damage, like... Well, honestly, those first laps were absolute chaos in that last stint. It was meant to be just an easy, straightforward 1 hour stint towards the end, where we could wind down and relax. It was absolute carnage.
So
Everyone
the
got damage. Everyone got
the
damage.
difference thing is, so the difference is, I think it's Scotty. I don't know. You do ever drove your car. But in terms of that last stint, so the large amount, like the large period at the beginning, the 6.5
Get a move on,
minutes,
mate.
especially I
Let's
had
go.
to wait.
Yeah, NTO's get a bit.
Go, good point. Yeah, so the 6.5 minutes that I was waiting in particular went from complete wet, which is what people had to start off, which had to start on the intermediates, to dry enough where softs should not have had an issue.
Yes.
Then at the start, brakes apparently didn't exist on any car, and that's what caused a large chunk of
aquaplaning, really.
damage.
Mm.
Yeah, it was just aquaplaning. It was literally the brakes, literally from my locker, from my spin that you saw on stream. That was just a locker.
Anonymous, what you doing?
Oh well, yeah, you're in trouble. You've done this already at once. How you done this, my guy? Fancy Lock to know that guy. Berger's gonna be like, where the fuck did this man come from?
I mean, is he even going to be ahead of Berger as well? He has come out
Yeah,
ahead
he
of
is.
Berger. Right, Anonymous, you need to drop. How far back? We've managed quite a few stints in a row.
Not in the pit lane. Get out of the pit lane.
So he needs to drop 5 minutes and 4 seconds back from where he is currently. Berger's starting his first. Yeah, he's starting his first. Stint.
Becker also had that happen to him, funny enough, by Sam. So I see Tier 3 Triple Threat have remembered how to, one, abide by rules, and two, get out of the way when they don't.
Fancy's still biding his time before he can start his refueling here as well.
JP said he didn't get an option to fix his damage. How?
You just don't click on anything and then it fixes itself.
There it just does it.
So, Anonymous, what are you going to do? Are you going to come back into the pits, or are you going to just, like, wait at the side of the road? I think this isn't the best,
How long have you got to give up?
5 minutes and 4 seconds.
Small amount of time to...
Right, let me actually tell him in chat, just in case he doesn't know. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he there?
Yeah.
Now, Fancy is finally leaving the pit. So, Berger's come out on the mediums. Fancy, Anonymous out on the mediums. What's Fancy going to come out on?
The answer is more mediums.
More mediums. Now there's going to be another huge gap to BX because, yeah, they've managed to maintain a very, very nice gap. Is Anonymous slowing down? He's dropped another 7 seconds down. Unless he's coming into the pits here, let's see.
Entire 5 minutes.
Yeah, he is coming in. Fair enough, that's how he wants to do it, just sitting in the pits. It does rectify itself in the end, so it's not really that big of a deal.
Berger's got one hell of an advantage. I see that the front didn't really change too much.
No, the gap at the front is 1 minute 45, which was pretty similar to where it started. Berger has put in... Well, I was going to say he's put in slightly less fuel, but I don't think so. I think he's just been around the track a lot more than Fancy Locks at this stage. BX still waiting to go. The sun is setting now, so we are in twilight for this final stint, which is pretty much identical to how it looks outside the window, to be honest. So I think we've got the timings correct anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe an hour too quick, but apart from that. You've been up all day. Yeah, it has been a long day, admittedly. And his wait time should not be a little less. He should just wait until he's 5 minutes and 4 seconds behind. He can judge that. If he comes out early, then he just sits at the side of the road and prays and waits. Also that option. Yeah, finally got going.
Here we go. And Harlex was literally right behind him as well. So he's just changed his tyres. Both of them changed the tyres. BX a little bit quicker on the mark there to get his going. The gap was only a second between the two cars previously.
Let's see what it is now then. Harlex went for 58% of fuel, by the way.
Oh wow! So Harlex is ahead, yeah.
Quite some distance.
Look at that. That is a good idea. He's on the soft tyres. He wants to drive away and race his own race, basically, Harlex, and not be troubled by a Dodge, which might be difficult to overtake, you know? He's now got track position. Yeah.
I reckon that's a last-minute call, that, to be completely honest with you. Like, in the period of time we had the break before we had started the stint.
Absolutely.
Finally now getting underway.
Erotica's on the way out as well. Yeah, so Kiskito had such a good stint. Fantastic stint. Anonymous on his way out a little bit too early still. What's he doing? Hold on, what position was he meant to be in? He's meant to be 5 minutes and 4 seconds down. Actually, he's meant to be ahead of Erotica's. But the problem is,
that's 2 minutes.
He's still a lap ahead of them all.
In which terms, yeah. He judged
because he's done an extra lap. He saw them coming out, so he decided to go out. But he's a lap up on them all, so he's got to lose another lap. Man, I'm keeping this rule in. I'm keeping this because the chaos that it causes when they get it wrong is just beautiful.
Oh, Anonymous.
Tim Gren coming out now.
It's a rough time, my guy. It's a rough time. I had to go at Asseldor because Asseldor. He's on a team.
Yeah, well, he only made the mistake once, not twice. Anonymous is showing us third place right now. Capel's going to be the next one out, but I think there might have been a little bit of a gap between Tim Gren and Capel. So let's see what Anonymous is up to. The gap at the front is 149, so Berger's actually extending fairly handily on Fancy at the start of this race. That's the only real action that I can give you at the moment. Anonymous cruising around, he knows he's messed up. He's got to wait another 2.5 minutes.
He's going for his third straight pit stop in 3 laps. Let's go!
Jesus Christ.
I was about to say, I was so hard on Asseldor because he was on a team with 3 different helpers, one of those helpers being an admin, and had literally spent 3 hours the prior night on
also,
these settings.
Conversely, at least it was Asseldor's first attempt at this. This is Anonymous' second.
Yeah, that is also very
Still
true.
People in the pits, yes. That is the gap that they have on everyone.
Capel shouldn't be too far away from going.
Yeah, Capel is after 7 minutes 44, so a good 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes down on Tim Gren. And then it's 8 minutes 35 for Apex. That's another minute of waiting for them. And then it's almost another 2 minutes for JP. But then the rest of them go pretty quickly from P10 down, at least. They're all within a minute and a quarter. Yeah, so Capel's out on 95%. He's going to be on the mediums, isn't he? 2 hours stint here. So what is the strategy, do you think? Medium, soft?
It'll be, some version of 2-stop, I reckon. Depending on how aggressive people want to go, I genuinely do not see anything other than a 2-stop unless
that is fair.
It's gonna be wild. If you try, it'll be wild.
How are they managing to not start? Because you don't select what tire you want to change. You just that's how you stop the pit stop from happening.
Which is why you can see people messing up because they just instinctively.
It is instinctive, to do it as quickly as possible. Even though they have to wait 40 seconds to actually get into their pit box, there is absolutely no rush to click on anything when you get in the pits.
It's just an instinctive thing at this point.
Oh no! I forgot. I thought he'd span. No. He's still only 3 minutes 30 down. He's got another minute and a half.
Oh, at least he got one tyres.
He could have gone through the pits another time and put on new tyres. So Harlex will be catching up to him pretty quickly now to get that overtake done to actually get into P3 like he rightfully should be on the soft tyres. This is going to be the fastest lap it is. It's the 2:17.551. So yeah, getting down there, you want to be in the low 17s, maybe high 16s. I think it'll be hard for anyone whose name isn't A. Timgren to get into the low 16s, to be honest.
Yeah, if he's going in any sort of pace like he was in his first stint, then he's going to be a dangerous car for the rest of the grid to try and stop.
Thunderdome's out now as well on the mediums, just like Capel, so they're on a similar strategy, but with a 45-second gap between them. Then we've got the rest of them who will be out.
Go up.
What? It's just Anonymous losing positions.
Go to Capel. No, go to Capel.
Yeah?
Go back down.
What?
Interesting. How is that a 46-second gap when it's meant to be 52?
Maybe Capel made a mistake.
Maybe. I don't know. It's meant to be 52. I'll just leave that be.
See, this is what this is the drama that we'll get if we make this a proper thing. Like, how are we going to prove that someone?
I can prove. I was the one who finished the goddamn stint.
Well, the gap's 46. If Thunderdome beats you by like 2 seconds, you can start kicking off in the chat. But
it's not gonna happen.
Oh, no, okay. So Berger looks like he's seen the challenge from Harlex, and he's going to try and beat it on his medium tyres. Harlex is on the softs though, and he's but that's only the first sector. You gain all the time really in the middle sector here.
But I did have a couple of purple first sectors. Don't comment on the rest of the lap.
Yeah. I mean, the first sector's just one braking zone. The middle sector's maybe like 10 plus.
Yeah, that middle sector is just infuriating. Even more so when it's mixed conditions.
Yeah. So we're in the pitch black now, so I'm going to change the camera angle.
Yeah.
Berger might actually have lapped the entire field. He's what, 20 odd seconds away potentially from lapping Fancy.
Away from Fancy. Need to be around about that 2:17 mark.
Yeah.
25 seconds in 2 hours. That's if he laps the entire grid, then fair play. As a team.
I mean, they've obviously taken their first race at ALR quite seriously.
Let me check the tyres of the field. There seem to be a lot of mediums out here at the moment.
We can get them to report it, yeah, but they'd have to prove it as well. Otherwise, that's a lot of work for us to kind of figure out. Like, I suppose if you do it the way of like you have to show us all the evidence, as opposed to us finding the evidence for us to adjudicate. As a bunch of drivers look like they've just come out ahead of Fancy Locks here. But yeah, we'll talk about that after the race because that's
something for a later time.
Yeah, we can figure it out. We can figure it out. So Leroy is the final driver out of the pits. He's just come out now, and whilst Fancy is on his it's his 6th lap, but
go down to Deco, please.
Deco. Well, he was in 11th. He's now in 14th.
Yeah, and he's only 11 minutes down, not 11 and a half.
Maybe these guys just don't care about your rules, huh? Have you ever thought about that?
It's your fucking rules!
Oh, yeah.
Ain't my fucking rules.
I did come up with them. But I also did stress this is an off-season event. I'm not gonna... no one's allowed to get Aggie. No one... I mean, we shouldn't have had a fucking eSports report, first of all.
We're gonna have to teach people how to actually tell the time, I think, because it's actually what the thing from this is.
Everyone's learning, it's fine. Throw the ban hammer. Who should I ban first, Spin?
Spin for his awful fucking strategy earlier.
Oh, man.
Oh god! You see, I've done my stint now. It was absolutely awful. I can start chatting my.
Look at this. Fancy's coming into some traffic here, which isn't ideal for him because they're battling for position. He needs to get past them pretty quickly here. Spin's holding your feet to the fire here, Pyro, in the chat.
Some very kind words. I still need the strategy explaining to me. We're through like 2 or 3 hours down the line now. Yeah. Go through. Look at that from there. That is an insane period of time.
Jesus.
Oh,
No! He's got damage!
Penalty for 50.
Come on! Jesus Christ! The guy asked if he could use this as his evaluation race.
No, he can't. Oh, that is infuriating. I can imagine Fancy is not particularly happy with that because he to be fair, he flashed him, and then Leroy waited way too long to realise he was being flashed.
Where he was, yeah, exactly.
And then Fancy had already moved.
So, I think that might guarantee that Berger is going to lap the entire field.
Yeah, that definitely guarantee now, because that damage is going to stick there.
Luckily for Fancy, he's got such a cushion to the cars behind that he can afford this extra pit stop. He can absolutely afford this extra pit stop. If I'm Fancy, I'm just pitting right now. Get the damage gone, because you don't want to be making any more mistakes with the damage, and crack on.
Yeah, quite frankly, he'll still be a minute up regardless of the choice here. So just get it off, get it reset. That's what you've got to do, because admittedly, even if he drove a perfect race, the race winner.
Yeah, it was P2 regardless, I suppose. Unless Berger, decides to sit in the gravel for a minute or two.
He's gonna have to pick twice with damage, and even then, that might still not be enough.
Yeah. Fastest lap still lays with Halex. He's got 17.2 now. So we're getting down there. Let's see if anyone else is close. So an 18.2 for Berger on the mediums.
Into the pits.
Into the pit. He has come into the pits, yeah. Correct decision. Halex is still 1 minute 56 behind him. Although this is where the incident happened, so it's going to come down quite a lot there.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Let's have a look.
68% fuel for Fancy, then I feel go full fuel.
Yeah. Surely he's going to be on the softs. Oh no, he's not pit yet.
About 152 the gap at the moment. BX has got a half-second penalty.
Yeah, this isn't good. He needs to avoid Halex getting probably above 10 seconds ahead of him on this stint, because he's on the mediums, to be able to catch back up to him. And that half-second penalty is not going to do him much good here.
No, definitely not. It's going to drop him well over 8 seconds out of the range of Halex now. Halex just peering off the screen.
Yeah, let's have a look at the back. So we got Leroy on the softs, we got Deco on the mediums, NTO's on the softs, and Bendit is also on the softs. Just behind Thunderdome and Epsilon. Actually, he's going to be fighting with Epsilon a little bit soon, because he's got to get out of the way of Thunderdome here.
Yeah.
Thunderdome's tried to go for it. He can't really there. Sure Epsilon's not really getting out of the way for him either. Now he is. Now he is.
Out of the way now.
Or is he?
Probably.
Yes, he's
flashing. He's flashing.
Oh, now in comes Bendit. He's absolutely sent it as well. Oh, there's contact.
He's just plowed straight
and a little bit more. Epsilon's flashed him like, what the hell was that? Right, let's ride on board with Epsilon. So, let's
Jesus
see.
Christ,
he lifts. Man. Where does he lift? There, he's lifted there for a good 3-4 seconds. And then Bendit chucks it in. Bendit actually, yeah, he's not alongside actually, so that is definitely a push to pass. So he's got every right to feel aggrieved there, Epsilon. And he's still flashing!
I I would be admittedly that is just...
Yeah, no, yeah, I'd be pissed
Give
off
it
as well, but
back.
he is super
Yeah.
annoyed. He's super annoyed. So
that
Bandit's through on the softs. Epsilon is at least on the medium, so we can catch him up later on in the race. But yeah, not the best. Lee Call is on the mediums as well, 30 seconds ahead of Bandit. And then Thunderdome, who's about 1 minute 50 further ahead, is the one who's just put the lap on the drivers that I've had there. Dramas. And what's Tim Gren doing? The fastest guy previously. He's in the 17s on the 17.4 on mediums. 17.4 on mediums. You're having a laugh.
Oh my god. 17.4 on the medium tyre. And to pair that with his 16 flat on the softs earlier on in the night.
This is crazy. Like but the thing is, he's done races with us before, and he's never been.
He was not this quick.
He was not this quick.
He DC'd out of Daytona.
Yeah, but I think
that.
he got like a podium in eSports, and I think he like did pretty average in Monday League in like the 1 or 2 races that he did. I don't remember him.
Maybe he just really
showing
liked Spa. Or
maybe
he's really good with downforce. Either or.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got to tell us after. Maybe he's just had time to practice for this, and he didn't have time to practice for the other ones. Gonna put a lap on Lee Cole now. That's gonna be lap number 3. Or is it?
Martin runs 5 minutes down, so he's already 2 off.
No, yeah,
off the lead.
He
Thunderdome.
He saved
almost
it.
lost that car there.
He's only 1 lap up, I think, or maybe 2 laps up. Actually, Tim Gren is on Lee Cole.
Lee Cole now, yeah. What is tyres is Harlex on, and so what's been going on?
Harlex is on the softs. That's why he's got the fastest lap. And Fancy is out. He's still full minute and 7 seconds ahead of Harlex. And he's out on the softs now. He can do a soft stint here instead of being on the mediums. That'll help him slightly. He is a lap down on Berger, who is a couple of corners up the road, which is a bit unfortunate for Fancy, but he can factor that into his strategy now anyway. You know, 1 lap less on whatever tyres might help a little bit. Trying to find the positives here for what happened to him against the driver who was in P15 and struggling.
It caused Berger to lap the entire grid.
Yeah.
Which is...
But to be fair, almost everyone's had quite a big setback in this race at some point. That was Aero GT's big setback, clearly. Obviously, Queen's Head had a big setback getting punted into the wall in the very first stint with Whack at the start after he'd made some good progress.
had the DC and the failure by tyres in multiple stints. They had a couple of rounds.
JP had a DC as well. Project Platypus and Harlex both had damage. So did actually everyone else had damage. Some people got caught out by the rain. The only people who haven't had any issues. Beginner's luck potentially for Inferno.
Yeah, pretty much.
They had their issues in the first stint before it rained, and then they gained an amazing amount of time back because they hadn't pit when the rain came.
Yeah,
and then
they got saved by that rain and never looked back.
Yeah, the rain has actually helped them all massively. Every time it's rained, they've benefited hugely from it compared to everyone else. And we've had rain in 3 stints now out of the 6.
No comment.
Right, let's see. Any battles going on anytime soon? Anonyma only has a 3-second gap on Tim Gren. Let's stick with this one because we know how quick Tim has been. 17.3 compared to a 20.5. That is 3-second a lap difference for Tim Gren. And he's saying he's purple. Yeah, first sector purple doesn't mean anything though. We know that.
Yeah, it would not mean anything if he wasn't literally 1/10 off purple.
No, it still means nothing. The first sector means absolutely nothing in terms of lap time. And the last sector also means nothing in terms of lap time. It's all about the middle sector.
Second, yeah.
It's hammer time.
Apparently.
To be honest, this isn't the top 3 that I would have expected.
Yeah, 2 of the top 3 I would have expected after qualifying.
Who wasn't in your predicted top 3 then?
The Aero GT team.
Okay.
Quite handedly, because even with 7 hours of like racing by your best driver, I just didn't think the rest of them would have it.
I mean, I think it's surprising personally that Aero are in 2nd, because their performances in the eSports League are a little bit well, they're the P5 team, aren't they? They're always in P5. Yeah. So the fact that they've completely demolished Project Platypus and Falcon today is unexpected.
Yeah, absolutely unexpected. It also may give them a little bit of hope for next season.
Oh, definitely. Although, having said that, I think Iggy's not racing next season, so...
Hope immediately dashed.
So 1.5 seconds now, Tim Gren is... his previous lap was a 17.9 compared to Anonymous 20.2. So that's 2.3 seconds quicker once again for Tim Gren.
Yeah, everything he does is just turning to gold right now.
Is he lapping quicker than Berger as well? Let's see. 80. Yeah, he's over a second quicker than the race leader as well.
But there would have been there's probably now an argument to say that Ati probably should have started this race.
Give them a bit of a lead potentially.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's the quickest driver out of the 60 odd that we've seen today for sure.
Hand down, not even close. Not even close. I'm not even sure it's within half a second either.
Yeah, I mean, when Iggy was setting those quick laps in the opening stints, I was like, okay, Iggy seems to be the quickest guy out of everyone, but Tim Gren's managed to find another level. It's just he's been way too far behind to make proper use of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Had to come from an arm and a leg backwards rather than being in position to fight.
Thunderdome is who's behind Capel on track? It is, I'll tell you once I get there. It's actually Fancy Locks. So he's gonna have to get out of the way if he can't keep ahead of him. But let's go back to Tim Gren, because the gap is now just 0.3 of a second on lap 10.
NTO after this is done. So into the final couple, into this final sector, he is closing. You can just see the speed. It's so much more. He's gonna take a proper look at this to the inside against Anonymous. Makes it look so easy. My voice also didn't want to give a thing of
It's
that
going
one,
now. It's going.
No, it wasn't going. It was just one I just ate food and it was not happy. Yeah, that was made to look extremely easy there for Atten.
NTO, he's lapping in the 20s and 21s on his softs. He's got 4 seconds on Deco, who's lapping in the 19s and 20s, so he is lapping a bit quicker on his mediums. NTO's softs starting to struggle slightly here, so he might struggle a little bit. Leroy looks like he's come into the pits early, and he is on the mediums now. So maybe he had some damage, because that is quite early to come in. Bendit's actually come in as well.
I was about to say, he's ran out of fuel, so that's an interesting choice.
Really short first stint on the softs. Unless he's going to do like 3 mediums now, or is it going to be 2 mediums? 2 mediums next.
Like what would be
20 laps each.
Yeah.
Well, not even 20, because he's a few laps down.
I'm not sure that'd be the choice I would have gone with.
Harlex as well. I mean, look how much tyre life is left on all these tyres when they're coming in. They could have stretched them a little bit more.
You could say that, but the fact that everyone is looking at this and saying, okay, if we go longer, then these tyres are going to drop off. Because they do.
They do 11, drop off, 12, that's 13, true.
They drop off quite substantially.
Yep.
And so they're just looking at this as a crossover period and going, well, I'm quicker on mediums now, so what's the point?
That's true.
So that's the mindset there, quite frankly, and I'm not too surprised by it. It's just maximising the tyres, given the fact that this is essentially... We've gotten to the point of the day where it's just essentially 14 people on a track running time trial.
Almost. We did just see Tim Gren get an overtake done, which was nice. But yeah, everyone else is pretty spread out. Deco is closing in pretty fast on NTO here, so let's stick with these guys.
He's right ahead of Bendit as well.
Yeah, and Bendit has come out of the pits. Actually, that was a good opening stint for Bendit, coming out just ahead of these two. On the softs once again.
That'll get interesting. So there's definitely a 3-stop coming. An extra 3 sets of tyres being used here then. AHR's race really got hampered by the DC and Stint board, didn't it? Jesus.
Well, how many minutes did they lose? Probably 8?
It would have been something in that region, yeah.
Then they'd only be 3 minutes behind, which is, what is 3 minutes? Like, basically, they could be fighting for the podium right now.
Yeah.
Maybe not, it wasn't 8 minutes that they lost, maybe it was 6, but even if it was 6, they'd be around about where Tim Gren is and Anonyma in 6th and 7th.
Well, they were ahead of Matty before where Matty was fighting.
They were just ahead of Matty,
originally.
you're right, absolutely.
And that was before Keto got involved, so they would have probably been ahead of Eroticos.
And speaking of that, Tim Gren, his last lap was a 17.4 compared to a 21.4 for Eroticos, who has a half-second penalty as well. Lap 10 he would set a 23, and lap 9 he set a 27 lap, so he's definitely losing P5 to the Spider GT driver Tim Gren fairly soon. Yeah, he's going to have to come into the pits, Eroticos, so we missed that. He'll be happy that we missed it. I'm really fuming.
Damage is impressive, admittedly.
Yeah, spinning into a wall. That'll be... So it looks like a top 5 guaranteed at this stage for Spider with that. How's he got a half second as well?
Must have cut the corner. It must have been up at a Rouge radio. I can't imagine it being...
Oh, Capel goes through him. Didn't realise he was there.
Definitely didn't look like Eroticos knew Capel was there either.
And look at the time reducing between Eroticos and Tim Gren now with his half second that you have to serve. It's going to be about 8 seconds. Bit dodgy there, but he survived. Yeah. Yeah, 8 seconds. It's going to be under 8 seconds by the time this lap finishes. Eroticos has come into the pits anyway, so he's going to drop behind Tim Gren and he's going to drop behind Anonyma. He's going to stay ahead of Capel, who only just unlapped himself from Eroticos there.
Well, he's going to gain half a lap back immediately. Could be worse.
Bendit's caught up to the back of Deco now. Still not able to get the move done, and NTO is pretty close behind as well, so we'll stick with this for a little bit.
Yeah, it's NTO just having a bit of an issue now. Deco starting to catch up. Bendit's just continuing on from his pit stop here, where he came out ever so slightly behind Deco. So he's managed to get himself tapped onto the back of the train. Soft tyres here should be good. Don't know what Deco and NTO are on.
Deco's on the mediums and NTO's on quite worn softs at this point.
Soft, so
yeah.
Bendit should be in the better position of the 3. See if he can get something moving here on this final stint. Ross is already yawning, and it's...
Oh, can you hear that? Sorry.
I could not pick that up. I could have left. Oh, that's what I did. Oh, yeah. He just about got away with that.
Lots of people did that on the last stint.
That's how I got damaged with a couple of laps to go. That exact way. I'm not entirely sure how. It's probably dry by that point.
These guys are all separated for probably a second at this point.
Why is there a car alarm going off?
Yeah, that is Pyro's street. Here we go. What's Bendit gonna do? He's not gonna go side by side into Eau Rouge. It looks like he's gonna have to back out. Surely he's not gonna back out. Deco's off track.
Deco's wide. Yeah, wide. That was always gonna happen. Also, I think the car alarm has turned off. It was on for a while there. I had to mute my mic because I didn't talk. But
is he alongside sufficiently? I don't think he was, you know.
either way, Deco.
But there wasn't an incident,
really,
so it doesn't matter.
Deco,
And well, I'd say it was an unforced error, but it was sort of forced.
He spooked him. He just flat out spooked him.
Now the next one
might be a bit deep. I'm about to say that's slightly ambitious.
Bendit is very racy here.
Needs to get a little bit more patient, I think. Either that or figure out what his brake pedal issue is.
Tim and Harlex, 21 seconds is the gap. Harlex has made his first stop and Tim hasn't. So, still, it's looking pretty comfortable for Harlex. Harlex has a 51-second gap between him and BX as well. BX is going to potentially try and do a lap less, or he's just going to stretch this medium stint out a lot longer.
Yeah, he's going to need to. You're going to have to potentially, with this situation where Harlex started on the mediums, potentially needs to go one stop less than Harlex just to beat him by the end of this one. We'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's still looking good for Harlex because BX is going to have to put on the soft, so I don't think he's going to be able to do the one stop less. Although I know if he could pull it off, he definitely would. Is he fuel saving at all? Let's see. No, he's actually that's actually quite late for the dodge to be upshifting, to be honest.
He's definitely running this as far as he possibly can.
So yeah, it's still going to be tight between these two.
I honestly, if I was BX and Harlex, I'd be worried about Attingren right now rather than each other.
I think he's too far back. I think he's too far back. He's
24 laps?
He is 72 seconds back on BX.
Admittedly, they both...
and they both have the same amount of fuel left. Harlex has made an extra pit stop and has a full tank and is 20 seconds ahead. I don't think he's troubling either of them, but P5 is going to be pretty solid. Anonymous is going to be in P6. So Rotko's come back out of the pits and he's doing a long medium stint now.
Yeah, comfortably ahead of Capel. Not really going to challenge Anonymous. He's pretty much, at the moment anyway. So he's pretty much right where he's going to be for a long period of this race. With the Rotocods in 7th.
Yeah, all that good work that Keto did got a little bit undone there, yeah.
Yeah. If another mistake can put him right into the path of Capel, got to avoid that.
Well, Capel's got himself a half second, so...
God damn it, Capel!
Calm down.
Just as I actually started talking you up, you do that. That's the last time I talked Capel up. Back to slander for the next God knows how long.
NTO's actually dropped behind Bendit and Deco now, so he's potentially had a bit of a mistake there. 2:24 was his previous lap.
Maybe he stayed out a little bit too long, potentially.
His tyres are gone, that is true. But he is 4 seconds behind Bendit. He shouldn't have dropped that far behind. There must have been something.
Yeah, I think he definitely just hit the cliff. Light rain coming. No!
What?
We're not getting more!
Are you serious? No. I mean, I can't really see the sky. Let's
I'm about to say we can't see anything.
Look, there's no clouds.
I don't know. It's just what Skycloud put in the chat. That would be really funny if it was.
It would be. It would be amazing, but I can't see any clouds. I mean, that doesn't mean that the clouds aren't coming because we could be at the crossover point between like clear skies and heavy rain potentially. And someone's gone into the pits there. That looks like NTO's finally coming in to get his pit stop done.
Yeah, it is. This could be interesting now. If we get rain at a bad time for Berger.
Well, Berger has to come in before Fancy Locks has to come in, and if we're at this crossover point for rain, he's not going to know whether to put on the softs or the wets. At the top left of the screen of the radar.
It'll be a while, yeah, it'll be a while. We're looking maybe lap 20-ish before anything starts to hit.
That might be too long for Berger to wait, but he does have 2 minutes and 46 to play with, so he could just be cautious. BX struggling to really catch up to Fancy here. He's got 52 on Halex behind, and Tim Gren is now only 19 seconds behind. So this could work out really well for Tim Gren because he's got enough to do another 3 or 4 laps before he has to come into the pits. And if it ends up being Inter's, then he has basically gained a pit stop on Harlex there.
Artin might be wanting it to wait until BX goes in.
True.
We get both of that way. He might be about to unlock himself from Fancy. But unlock himself once from Fancy, potentially.
Fancy, no, I think it is only 1 lap up, but Fancy's just put a lap on someone himself. On Capel. And then Tim Gren's going to be the next person to put a lap on Capel. Capel was asking in the chat earlier if he can race people who's lapping him, and we were like, no. And that's why he's got nice and out of the way there.
If I see Capel on VR, I'm a loser. He was toying with that before I joined the party. He's significantly slower when he does.
What position did you enter the stint in? Were you in 8th?
8th.
Yeah. So the gap behind is Thunderdome, who's 55 seconds behind. And so Capel has gapped Thunderdome so far on this stint. He's had better pace. So it's looking like P8 is going to be pretty solid here. Yeah. He was catching Eroticos, but that'll be a bit harder to do now. Yeah.
Put on hold for a little while.
One more time around for Berger before he comes in. Still struggling to see where these clouds are in the sky.
That's fair.
I think it might miss the track. We're 43 minutes in of a 2-hour stint to finish up.
If we can get Carnage, I want Carnage.
I mean, that last stint was the most carnage because everyone was on dry tyres on a damp track. Yeah, well, you were causing the carnage.
Screw you. No, I was definitely part of it.
Oh my God, Gilles, this is very bad.
You got your internet back then.
Tim Gren's given himself a half second. He must have cut Eau Rouge there. And who did he just overtake? It was Fancy. He's unlapped himself from Fancy Locks now.
It's going to be interesting. He's not going to be able to pass them, but at any point. But he's done a good job to get himself unlapped from a large majority of the grid that does not include Berger, because he is so far ahead.
Absolutely.
That rain stint really turned this entire race upside down.
It was getting the calls right. That's what was the key difference. And every single call that Inferno's had to make, they've actually got right this time. And no one else can say that. Fancy actually pit an extra time than he should have, and also has had this issue.
Oh, snap there for Martin
with the lapping of the car. Eli was quicker actually than Kevin when the track was wet, but then once it dried, Kevin was quicker than Eli, so managed to extend the lead. As Tim Gren serves his penalty, and Berger is in the pits as well.
Now the rest of the grid wants that rain that we talked about.
Yes.
Not going to get it. That's beside the point. Fancy Locks.
Fancy's coming in as well. He doesn't want to stay stuck behind Tim Gren any longer by the looks of it. So he's making his second pit stop of the night, of the stint, I should say.
I'd have to say he's done a little bit more than 2. We've got a couple still to go as well. We're only on lap 18 of 48 of the final stint here.
Yeah, BX still over 50 seconds ahead of Harlex, but he's lapping in the 19s now. Harlex is still in the middle 18s.
I would assume that BX had the pit stop not that far away.
Oh yeah, potentially at the end of this lap.
Maybe one more, depending on whether or not he's going to continue on those medium tyres that look a little bit rough. Berger out of the pits now. Did 19 on his first, oh well, did 18 technically on his first set of tyres. So I think he might be looking at 18, 18, 12 or something of that description.
Out he comes. Pretty much in no man's land, which is good for him. He's got a driver behind him who is potentially going to unlap himself. It is Lee Cole who's just going to tuck in behind by the looks of it.
Yep.
Fancy's out now as well. There are a couple of drivers coming up the hill right now. I don't know who they are.
I think he's going to get away with it. And yeah, I think he's going to get away with it.
Yeah, he's miles ahead of them.
Too far back.
Yeah.
BX went into the pit on the lap, by the way.
He's
so,
okay. Yeah. Top 3 all copying strategies. Thunderdome is a lap up on Epsilon Delta, and ahead again. So yeah, huge gaps now. Drivers who are only 2 positions apart are a full lap apart. Yeah. So what's going to happen with Halix and BX? Let's see.
BX had only just started fueling, so Halix is potentially going to come out maybe a couple of seconds back, depending on what BX is going to do on the stint. I assume he's going the entire way up to 100.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a couple of seconds. I think Alex is down, back behind BX. Because BX is starting to head out of his pit stop now.
There you go. Now I'm going to go back to this. He's going up over Usman Radion now.
That's BX.
That is BX coming out. Oh, that's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, that's definitely half a second, surely.
There you go.
Yep.
There's the half second. He is going to be comfortably ahead, though. I think BX might not be able to get past him straight away with that 1.6 second gap and only half a second.
No, he's going to still be about half a second away at the
There's the car alarm going off again.
Someone has really, really not liked their car today. I know. It's the same person. I reckon they did it yesterday as well, and someone should really get them out and figure out what the hell their car's doing.
Isn't it funny, right? Every time a car alarm goes off, no one ever thinks my car's being stolen. It's always, oh, what idiot is letting the car alarm go off?
Yeah, that's fair, actually. I think
why don't we ever think, oh shit, is my car alright?
Or
is my neighbour's car alright even as well?
I was about to say, I don't own a car.
Well, you're
so
doing your lessons.
I don't think that. I am. I'm still waiting on actual...
have you passed your theory test?
I passed it not that long ago, yeah.
Okay.
It was about a week or so ago I passed. So...
Do you know all your manoeuvres?
Absolutely not.
Really?
We have, literally, I can drive you a complete route. Like, if I wanted to go to work, could do it. No questions asked.
Well, I failed on a parallel parking on one of my driving tests.
We haven't even started manoeuvres yet.
How many lessons have you had?
I think I'm on like 18 hours in or something like that.
18? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, make sure they start teaching you the maneuvers, because that's how they get you, you know, these driving instructors. They'll be like, oh, we don't think you're ready for your test yet, and they just have you just driving around. And you might actually be ready. So don't let them do that if that's what he's like. Yeah.
I have to do a couple of maneuvers on the next one. But the last one we did, last driving lesson I did in Ridley was a couple of weeks ago now. I actually didn't make any mistakes for an hour flat, but then tried to do a reverse in the road.
Oh, you don't even do that on GT7?
I know, right? Tell me how you would alert Tell me how you would alert someone with your horn. Good fucking question.
Fucking beep
just
it,
sound
mate.
it, I guess. I've never had to use the horn. I absolutely slam in it. A slam on the brakes is dead. I've had to do an emergency stop. That's the only maneuver I know how to do.
Oh, that's the easiest one. You even know when they're about to do it, because they make it so obvious with how they're looking through all the mirrors to make sure there's no one you're gonna fucking crash your car into when you stop.
Admittedly, I had to do it out in the wild. Like, somebody came out of a junction and then parked up at the bus stop on the side.
Yeah.
They came out onto the main road and then immediately parked up to the bus stop for some fucking reason. It was not a bus. They were on their phone. It was not a bus. And I was coming up at 40 mile an hour because it was the road outside my house and it's a 40. And had to slam this all the way down. That was literally my second lesson.
That's good. On my first lesson, my driving instructor accidentally took me onto a dual carriageway, so I was like, why am I here? Because like where my house is, like the only way out of where the house is like basically on a dual carriageway. So he shouldn't have really made me drive out there. He should have driven to where we were going, like the other town. But no, we did that.
Go and check on the car of my neighbour. I'm currently in 3 floors up. Let me go and look out my window that's wide open. Probably shouldn't be doing. Is it fine?
Anyway, back to this race whilst you're checking that. BX is actually only 4 tenths behind Harlix now. He's managed to finally, slowly work his way into a position where he can challenge for an overtake, and he's going to get a half-second penalty there, just as I say that. He might still get the overtake done, though. He does have the overspeed. Halex is going defensive. BX is going to have to go around the outside on a car that doesn't really turn, and he's not been able to do it there. Harlex covers him off nicely and stays ahead and has a nice advantage with that half-second penalty that BX is going to have to serve in a few corners' time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to drop off well beyond a second again.
He is, but it looks like he has better pace at the moment. He does have better tyre life as well.
I was about to say, yeah, it's different points of the stint. Harlex is just going to have to grin and bear it for now.
Let's just checking on the tyre situation. So Anonymous is going to have to come in fairly soon.
Yeah.
Tim Gren is sorted for quite a while, so he'll go back up to 5th. Same with Eroticos, he's alright.
Failed not long to hit himself, same for Thunder.
Lee Cole's coming in soon, so that'll... Oh, it won't promote Epsilon because he's coming in soon. Bendit's coming in soon. Deco's coming in soon. Ezio is going to... Oh, he's 51 seconds back, though. He's trying to get an undercut done on Deco and Bendit and Epsilon, potentially, here with the soft tyres. And then Haselager's got some damage on his car.
Haselager is not having a fun time.
No. That is a fair comment.
Yeah, he is definitely. He has had a rough second stint of this.
Yeah.
That is without doubt.
So let's stick with this little battle for the podium then, because nothing else is
1.5 again now.
Pretty much going. Yeah, 1.5. So he's lost basically a full second on Harlex with that half second that he had to serve. He's already, well, actually got a great exit compared to Harlex of that final corner. Down to just a second. And if he gets a great exit from this one, he's going to potentially be able to challenge for the position again. Yeah. Honestly, I did test the dodge for this season. If the season was full of tracks like this, like Daytona, whatever, like only high-speed tracks, it would be fantastic. But it still cannot turn. Low speed corners, it's just impossible to race with. Like, I did some testing around Trial Mountain, just trying to take the corners normally as I would, just hitting every single wall on the outside. Like, even when I'm going carefully, it's just impossible. So
my RPX had just gone 0.6 of a second purple in the first second.
Yeah, very normal for the Dodge actually. I've seen him go 4/10, 5/10 quicker as well, and now he's got the slipstream for Harlex. So like, yeah, we've got some tracks where it'd be really good, and it would probably win the Monza with the no chicane and the Daytona races, potentially get a double win. But the rest of them, like, you're not finishing in the top 10 in Sardinia B in either race in the Dodge when you're racing against people who are similarly paced to you. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I've got first pick in our tier, so
I know. Yeah, what are you going to pick? Tell me.
Right now, don't know. I'll tell you tomorrow when we figure it out.
I've only had 3 lists in for our tier actually.
Admittedly, you did also put a 12-hour race, sorry, right before it.
I know.
How much you want to bet you get like half the tiered lists tomorrow?
Yeah. Or Monday, right before the deadline. So, middle sector looked a little bit stronger for Harlex. Gap is 7/10.
Yeah, BX isn't going to be able to do anything into the bus stop. He will be able to do something towards the source. That's the set, and with a good exit. Then again, down toward the end of the Camel Straight. The exit looking very, very quick, very racy on these exits.
Any weather coming? Yeah, that's a good question. Who's got
Well,
the radar?
It
does look cloudy. Yeah.
A lot more covered.
Is this the rain cloud we were talking about?
Are we going to roll through? BX is going to try. BX is going to get a good, potentially good exit there. Kind of half overcooked it a bit wide. But again, that 0.3 of a second was just trying to exit. It was just trying to get it. He's going to get this down the end of the Camel Straight. Realistically, that 0.3 of a second. It's far too close now.
Harlex going defensive. That's the only thing he can do here.
It ain't going to work.
Dodge is going to be slightly ahead. Oh, he's going to be fully ahead. BX already covering off the inside line way before the braking zone. And super comfortable there for BX Royal. Takes P3 back from Harlex. Harlex is going to have to come into the pits a little bit earlier than BX and could potentially get an undercut on BX to make it a bit more difficult later on in the race, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, it's looking good for BX. He's still a full minute behind Fancy, so unless Fancy has a huge nightmare between now and the end, he's going to have to settle for P3, but that would be a podium for Project Platypus, which is not a bad day at the office in the Viper.
It would not be. It definitely would not be a nice Spa, that's a certain. Quite frankly, I think as a team would take that. I also think Zico may be ruining his last stint just a little bit with how far Fancy dropped back, but
yes,
that can't really be changed now, can it? Check that fastest. Is that a 17.2 on a medium tyre?
Yeah, well, he set 17.2s earlier on his previous medium stint as well, so he set 16 flat on the softs.
On softs, yeah.
So
what
that,
the hell?
Yeah, it's just insane, isn't it?
Yeah,
how far back is he from Harlex? 49,
7
59, 60, 65 seconds away still from Harlex, so it's probably, even with this pace, yeah, Harlex is still too quick to get caught by that pace. But yeah, Anonymous out of kilter with his pit stop, so Tim Gren's going to be pretty much guaranteed P5, I reckon.
Yeah. I reckon that's probably about as good of an assessment as it could get here.
Erotica's almost a lap up on Capale. There's Capale and there's Erotica's just one corner behind. So what's Capale's lap times been like? He set a 3:06 on lap 19.
Gotta be a pit stop.
Yeah, because it was a 3:27 the lap before. Okay, that's fine.
But I say, don't give me that kind of heart attack. We've gone through 12 hours, near enough, actually. We're actually past the 12 hours.
We're past the 12 hours if you include the bloody
brakes.
the brakes, yeah.
We've technically been going for 12 and half hours, actually. We've got another hour to go.
Yeah, one more to go. We're on lap 22 out of 48. It is now 10:37, nearly 11 o'clock. Fucking hell.
It's been a long day.
Yes, it's been fun though.
I've enjoyed this.
I've enjoyed it.
That's about that comment. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I could genuinely sit here and just do comps forever.
I couldn't. Anonymous in the pits now, so he's quite a way ahead of Eroticos. I think he's a full lap ahead of Eroticos, so I don't think Eroticos is going to get back up into 6th here. Or maybe I'm wrong. Keto did put him in a good position, but he had to pit when he got that damage.
He did. He's gonna get out hell.
He is ahead of Anonymous, yeah. So it's not really over in the battle for P6 now. To be fair, Erotico's only 18 seconds behind Tim Gren as well.
Yeah, I don't really think he's getting that one somehow. Anonymous come out for a soft stint.
Yeah, we need to see what the gap between him and Eroticos ends up being.
Him and Ghosted and Tim are singing Katy Perry in their party right now. I think that's where the Le Mans equivalent is going.
Yeah, they're the ones that have completely lost their minds.
Singing fireworks like Katy Perry in a party while they're just doing 72s on a medium diet.
Yeah, how does that impact his lap time? Seems to be helping,
somehow.
if anything. Yeah, crazy.
He's got a boost. It's called Katy Perry.
Have you seen her? Have you seen those clips of her stage shows? She's got on tour and like, it's just a little bit wild. So I think Orlando Bloom's left her while she was on tour, so that's not a great start. Her props are very weird, and she doesn't really know what to do with them. And then she was on this like giant flying butterfly, which broke while she was flying around the arena, and like the safety cords just are the only things that stopped her from falling into the audience. So another fastest lap, another 17.2 as well.
It turns out the singing firework is apparently going to help him. Oh, that is him. Maybe cause snap there. Jill has decided that he's going to bring football chants to the chat.
Oh no. Don't do that.
He went to a Berry game earlier on, and clearly in that mindset.
Did they win? Do you know? Does he know?
No idea. I'd hope he'd know.
Oh, come on. I don't believe that half the people that go at the football match actually know what the score is when they come out.
No, they do. That's the whole reason why you're there.
Are you sure? Because half of them are drunk, the other half are on something else. And some of them, I don't know if they understand how the scoring works.
No, they definitely.
Now, which one is Giles in that category?
I don't know, actually.
Loss. Oh, he actually knew the score.
3-2.
Okay.
3-2, they conceded 2 goals in the last 5 minutes. Ouch. Who do you think you are, the Italian women's team?
Oh yeah, isn't the football final on tomorrow as well?
It is, yeah.
Okay, I might watch that.
Women's Euros, England, Spain, which, you know, because of course it was going to.
Oh, Halex has damage.
Oh yeah, front damage. Front damage there, he already had it.
He already had it.
Got into that replay. Well, any chance he got of catching BX just fell by the wayside.
Agreed. This is an early pit stop for him.
He might actually be under fire from Attengren now.
Potentially, but I think he could go to the end from here, because he's going to have to do, what, 21 laps? Maybe 20 laps?
Did he start on softs?
Yes, he did. He did do it, because he held the fastest lap for a while on the softs.
Ah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's got the ability to go just on the medium tyres. Whether or not the fuel lasts is a different question.
Would I rather you talk about cricket? Why don't you talk about motorsports? How about that?
I mean, England are actually... England, last time I checked, were wiping the floor with England, with India. In the
England were wiping the floor with England? Wow.
Yeah, England... that's actually... No, that's normal. That is normal. England only beat England, let's be honest.
So it's going to be close now between Tim Gren. There is Harlex coming out. Well, actually, it's not close.
Got him.
Yeah. But Harlex is going to try and go to the end, and Tim Gren is going to have to try and catch a lot of time if he actually wants to keep this P4. Yeah, on the soft tyres. If the pit lane was shorter, he'd have a great chance, but the pit lane is insanely long, way too long. I wish, the one thing, apart from everything else that I want for GT7, is to be able to be able to set the length of time in the pit lane, so that I can figure out how long a realistic pit stop would be, and do it. And not whatever they just tell us, because it's crazy. You go into the shortest pit lane in the world and it takes half a minute for them to come to a stop at a pit box, which is literally like 5 meters away from the pit entry. It's just stupid. Right, yeah, let's go a little bit further down and see what's going on lower down, because we've been looking at Tim Grennan chatting shit for quite a while.
I was about to say, it was quite funny. The one thing I want from GT, apart from this gigantic list of other things I want from GT. Oh god, it's...
I don't want much.
We play some absolute shit sometimes, don't we?
Honestly, do you remember when GT came out though? There wasn't a qualifying option, first of all.
That is absolutely insane, by the way. Motorsports without qualifying.
I'm trying to remember what else they didn't have. It was 3 years ago.
Yeah, Deco's 5 seconds ahead of NTO.
Yeah.
Epsilon's in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, everyone is just starting to...
If I had to remove one thing from GT7, what would it be? Remove...
Oh yeah, P10 there. It's 29 seconds ahead of... Oh, no, it's not that. We've been going that long. Yeah, Epsilon 29 seconds behind Lee Cole, and Thunderdome 1 minute 53 ahead of P10, while Ross begins to mull over what he would remove from GT. Capel 58 seconds.
You know,
on the road. Not
actually,
a lot of fighting.
let's remove the safety rating, because it's bullshit.
It's also extremely pointless.
Everyone's S tier. It's so easy to get it. And the people who have S tier safety ratings are atrocious in sport mode anyway. It doesn't do anything, so just get rid of it. Replace it with a link to Aero League Racing so that people can get some proper racing that's clean.
So become Peloponnese proper league.
Yeah, imagine.
I don't even know.
Let me message Mikhail Hazal about it.
No, okay, Key. Calm down.
Tim's saying bye. He's 7.6 seconds ahead at the moment. Halleck's stuck in some traffic though, that's why. 7.6. He needs to get that up to about 50. What did you say?
I said, okay, Key.
Oh, I don't have children to neglect.
Apparently Deco crashed.
Deco crashed?
That was.
Well, he's down in 14th and he's got some damage as well. So he's probably coming into the pits. And he's already got it. Not good at finding these incidents on this one. But he's carrying on. NTO's gone into the pits, so he's going to drop probably to the back potentially. He's been on softs for quite a long time, so he's going to be going on to the mediums for the rest of the stint. And there's still damage on Leroy's car.
Hallex has got out of that group as well now, so he gets to be released just a little bit. Vattengren 8 seconds ahead.
He's not out of the group.
Now, oh no, he's not. Bendit's still there. But Bendit had let him go. Let him go when he was on the straight. Apparently not. Well,
It'll
he might be going at the
probably
end of this
happen.
straight,
Yeah.
Aston Martin not going a straight line. It's not happening on the straight. It's far too far behind.
I thought the Aston Martin was better with some tuning on a straight line.
It is. It's still not up there.
It's just not one of the better ones. Oh dear.
Oh, he's going to get called up. Yeah, that was some not great cornering there from Bendit.
Here we go. Bendit's let him through now. And here's P13 Deco. This is why he didn't really want to let Harlex through and lose too much time, because Deco, even though he's got damage right behind him, Deco's at the start of his stint as well with this damage.
That's unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate. This is
finally getting rid of his.
It looks like this one Aero GT car has had all the bad luck, and the other two have had like just a little sprinkling here and there. But this one, every single stint, this car has been struggling.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think it's had a non-disruptive stint in this race, to be honest with you. They would have been hoping for more when it came into the beginning of the day, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it. Leroy's finally got rid of the damage on his car. It's about to anyway. When he came out the pits, number 13, yeah.
Unlucky number 13. Yeah, actually, and they're in 13th place.
A different car number that time. Can you check P3 compared to P4?
17th and 18th. And
9, sorry. Yeah, half a second quicker.
yeah, half a second. Consistently.
13.4 on the last lap. Artingren, honestly, if Artingren had driven earlier stints, then Spider would have had a large chance at this.
Fancy's crashed. Oh no.
Damage, yeah.
Look at the time he's losing as well. He's already got it. Oh, Fancy! No! At least the first time it wasn't your fault. And he's coming in. I mean, he was going to have to make another pit stop anyway, I think.
Well, he's been forced into it now.
He has. And BX has to make another one as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a full tank from here to make it to the end. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No. BX might actually get P2 here.
Well, he is going to have to pit at some point. BX is going to have to pit at some point.
He is, you're right. I think Fancy can go to the end. Just about.
Do a little bit of fuel saving, yeah.
But he's got a 38-second lead.
He has pretty much exactly a pit lane. He's definitely
he needs to be
code brown for Tim. So
he needs
Tim
to just
had an incident.
Right, BX just needs to avoid. Fancy just needs to avoid being like a second and a half a lap slower than BX for the rest of the race, and he's all right.
Iggy's just put, I'm so tired. He has just seen his lead of the race decimated over the last 2 stints. Rain happened, Jack. Rain happened.
Yeah, it rained. Well, we had the wet stint, and then it rained at the start of the stint after that as well. And then a back marker knocked Fancy into a spin.
The currently purple first sector. That dodge is going to do that anyway.
Iggy should have done all 6 stints, is that? No, all just the wet stint. Alright. Well, let's remember, it's just an off-season event. It's just a bit of fun. It's not about where you finish, it's the experience you had along the way.
Okay, can't stop the sarcasm.
No, I'm serious. It's true, though. It's about, you know, team bonding. It's about doing your best, putting your best foot forward. As long as you can say, I did my best. That's all that matters.
Imagine if people thought like that.
I do. I go into every race just thinking, I just want to do my best and I'll be happy. That's why I have 3 tier 3 championships.
Yeah, you have
it's all about mindset. Hold on. How many? You've been in tier 3 way more than me, and you've not managed to win it. And you've been in tier 4 and not even managed to win that or win races. But you have full-on meltdowns every single week because things don't go your way. That's why you don't win races, because you can't deal with setbacks.
Ross, you're not the first person who said this.
I know. I say it to you pretty much every week.
This is not news. It's been there for 200 races.
That's the wrong mindset to have. That's what I'm telling you. You need to be the one just to be like, I'm just going to do my best, whatever that is. Because if you do, and you don't make any mistakes because you're in a more calm mindset, the results come automatically. Because everyone else acts like you, all just like fucking crazy for the whole 2 hour that we're racing.
I would like to point out that I did have 2 podiums this season in the exact same mindset. That's fine by me.
You're talking about the karting?
No, I'm talking about the actual ALRC that we just did, where I got 2 podiums.
Podiums?
Yeah.
Yeah, reverse grid with a high starting position in a McLaren, which is great in feature settings. Sorry, I'm being a dickhead now. I'll stop. I'm checking myself.
Iggy said, I have to say engineering for 3 hours, 3 cars for 5 hours more difficult than driving for 7.5.
Keep going, Ross. Jack, you're the same. You're actually, you behave the same in races as Pyro, apart from you actually quit races when things don't go right.
I'm about to
so
say
you pipe down.
I'm not that bad. I've got, at least I stick it out. No, I really wasn't. I really wasn't.
Right, Tim Gren.
I can't win anyway, because every single time I win, some famous celebrity dies. So
I know, Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan, because you've won those 2 karting races.
Genuinely, also, it's not just limited to people dying. The race I won in Austria ended up being followed by the stock market crash that Donald Trump made. I'm doing people a service with my mindset.
Yeah, causing economic fucking woes for people.
Every time I win, something really bad happens, so I'm just not going to.
It's fine, you won't win next season. I can guarantee it.
I would like someone to clip that, because if I end up bullshitting a win,
you won't. It's going to be physically impossible for you to win next season.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
With all the best people from both tier 2s combining into one tier 2.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I am so getting relegated. But that's beside the point. Nah, if I survive tier 2 next season, it'll be a miracle.
It's gonna be a tough season. I just want to make sure I'm in a competitive car so that I can give myself some sort of chance.
Attington's got 17 seconds on Alex. Admittedly, we're still 17 laps to go.
He does. It is. Well, he was like 3 seconds. He's literally 3 seconds quicker on that last lap than Alex. On more worn mediums. What's going on? It's just unhuman. The lap times that he's doing.
Yeah, he is quite an unstoppable force today. Has been Attington. Apart from the fact that the rest of the team has not, unfortunately, not been on the same page, quite frankly.
Yeah. So, let's see who actually doesn't need to pit again. So, Berger has to pit again. So does BX. Fancy Locks doesn't. So, he should get P2 back quite comfortably at this stage and have a good 30-second buffer to BX. Tim Gren has to pit. Harlex doesn't. So, again, he should be ahead of Tim Gren when the pit stops happen. Anonyma has to pit and Eroticos doesn't. So again, Eroticos is only going to be slightly ahead of Anonyma. Capel does have to pit, so does Thunderdome, Lee Call, Epsilon does, but he might pit late for softs by the looks of it. Bendit does.
Also,
Deco's still got damage.
For the people who seem to think we were arguing, no.
This is how we talk to each other.
You have very clearly never been in a party with me and Ross. This is a daily occurrence at this point.
Right, how's Berger doing? Berger's only set 1 lap in the last... Oh, 2 laps in the last 10 in the 17s. High 17s, but 17.9 for both of them. Apart from that, yeah, he's just cruising. BX is 3 minutes 35 back. Fancy's 4 minutes 15 back after getting damaged twice on this stint. He was actually better on in the wet conditions.
He's 21 seconds behind BX. We know BX will still have to pit. BX only has 30 seconds to catch up. I say only like it's
only. There's not enough laps without a mistake though by Fancy.
It's gonna get close though.
Fortunately for Aero GT, the gap that mainly Iggy built up was so big over Project Platypus and everyone else that it's been enough to secure the P2, which was probably likely anyway given the gap between the 4 minutes that's between them.
Yeah. It was never. Yeah, it was never going to be higher than 4 minutes in this. Then it is simply, without arguably the biggest collapse we could have seen. INF was never really in any trouble after that range stint at all. To answer your question, Zico, our team is 8th of Capel right now.
It's got 15 laps left. No, we got 13 laps left because Berger's
where
way.
you finding the extra 2 laps?
They need to take the number off. The 48 has to become a 47 when people are an actual lap down here. It's stupid. Come on, that's the other thing GT needs to change. Just one thing that GT needs to change is that. So, how long have we got left? 12.5 laps times 2.33. It's got about 15 minutes left. Do we? No. That's not true. We got about half an hour left, and it is, yeah, we'll finish on schedule. Oh, that's what I was checking. So,
And Aston is good with downforce tuning, Jack. I don't know what rock you've been living under.
No, so Jack doesn't know. So the Aston is probably the worst car in terms of how much it's been screwed over by PD and their automatic downforce settings. Because what is it? Maximum front and minimum rear, or the opposite way round on the Aston.
Yeah,
so like it just doesn't perform well because it works against itself the whole time. So you could fix that, and it basically gives the Aston maybe like up to a second, maybe a lap in some tracks, extra performance, and brings it on par with all of the top cars in terms of viability in league racing.
Yeah.
In fact, Apex tried to get it banned from eSports, didn't they?
That did happen at one point. I think it might have been Arix that pushed for that.
Yes, Arix, not Apex. It's because Apex are in the race and Arix are nowhere to be seen. I keep forgetting about Arix.
Yeah,
they should have raced. They should have raced.
Yeah, Owen just said that with Arix. Yeah, see, I was right.
Well done.
Yeah, it's just one of those that. No, I can't. Card being banned in esports is something you're never going to get through. Mainly because the rest of the teams want to use said car.
Yeah, no. Plus, there's balance of performance, and the amount of every month there's an update, and half or most of the time there's a car update in terms of BOP. So like, as soon as you ban it, it's probably going to get nerfed anyway, or something else will get buffed and become the new major car. And also, every track has a different meta car anyway.
Pretty much. Also, Jack, we're not putting stats on Monday because Monday's meant to be the tier for everybody.
Yes.
It's meant to be all skill levels. You can't really get that with setups because people know what they're doing with setups, and some people really do not.
Some people, yeah, it'll just become who has the time to develop a setup thing, which is fine for esports teams when you can help each other out. But a lot of people don't even pick up the game other than on Mondays. And yeah, we still want the league to be accessible to everyone, or else they'll just find somewhere else, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Did someone just say that he might be on for a 15?
Who?
There's only one person here that could possibly be on for a 15.
Well, not right now, certainly. Maybe when he puts on soft tires.
Softs, yeah. Oh, that could be very interesting. I think Javi pushed about being captain. I don't know if it was someone else who kind of wanted it through the back door, but Javi put it to everyone pushing vote.
Yeah, Slim's not the captain, so he can't put forward a vote, but maybe Slim told him to. But yeah, no, I don't think any cars are going to get banned in esports because some teams are like just 100% against it. So that's why there's a cap of two cars of the same car maximum. Because I remember in Season 2 we had FGR, I think every single FGR car was in the M6. That can't happen now.
No, it was the compromise we came to in the end. Fancy did use the soft to use them for the first like 9 laps and got damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, he used them. We don't have to worry about that. Compared to the pits, he's about to go to soft to end this race off.
It's big gaps. Deco's stuck with Bendit pretty well here, despite the damage he's had. So he's just gonna stick it out until he has to come into the pits. Although I just come in now and put on the softs. Oh no, maybe you can't get away with the softs.
You might need an extra couple of
But look, he can't take Eau
that.
Rouge. He can't take Eau Rouge with the damage.
He's also been having in that situation for a decent chunk of time now, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think he's just realistically got to just live with it until he can get to his soft stint. He's made that decision. He's got to stick by it.
Oh, wow, is Epsilon going to move up into the top 10? Oh no, he's going to have to pit as well, isn't he?
I'd say he's going to have to join him at some point. He isn't going to have to fuel as much though, because he's got half fuel. Actually, is he going to be able to? Is he going to have to?
Yep, in he comes.
Have to fuel at all.
But he is going to have to come out ahead of Epsilon. Ahead of Bendit, sorry. Epsilon is going to come out. He needs to put in probably a little bit.
Yeah, maybe about 10-15% maybe.
Yeah.
Might be enough to get somewhere. Epsilon's still 30% more fuel than Leecol does. Like, that's going to chunk that down quite substantially.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah. BX in the pits, Berger in the pits as well.
So yeah, Fancy once again ahead of BX, which is going to feel very relieved about. Let's see, BX is just coming out of the pits now, so we'll have to see what this gap is. We're expecting it to be, what, about 30 seconds?
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if it's any... It'll something be 25-30 seconds, I reckon. BX in fuel the entire way, remember, he's going to soft to the end now.
We will not be doing an endurance race every month. He does avoid the damage at least, but he's got 22 seconds and 11 laps, so he needs to be 2 seconds a lap quicker than Fancy.
Is that doable with a couple things? It won't be one every month, no, because we have to deal with Monday and eSports, so there is literally no time during the season.
No, we can't organise all that.
It would It would have to be once every off season.
Yeah,
once every
off season.
We don't really have much of a choice.
Which would be once every 12 weeks.
Yeah, thereabouts.
So maybe like 4 or 5 races in a calendar year max.
Yeah.
Work it out that way.
5 in a calendar year. Yeah, it's the only time we realistically have chance to organise it, and we can't do 2 in off season, because admittedly that'd be quite a substantial task as well.
Right. This is going to be interesting. Out comes Timgren. 21 seconds back. Again, he's got 11 laps to try and catch Alex. That, again, he's going to have to be 2 seconds a lap quicker. He's on the fresh softs, Alex is on the mediums. So he could do it. Last time we checked, it was 3 seconds a lap quicker than Alex, so he could get P4. That's definitely not out of the question. And BX is on the softs and Fancy's on the mediums, so he could potentially be 2 seconds a lap quicker. So it's not over in the battle for P2 and it's not over in the battle for P4. That is for sure. We've got 10 laps left, because that's the lap that Berger's on, and we're going off of what he's on, not what anyone else is on. Anonymous in the pits, just coming out of the pits. He's going to come out in P7 solidly, and Capel is quite a way behind, and then Thunderdome is just coming into the pits, and he's comfortably ahead of Leecol as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he will be.
I think he's a full lap ahead of him, but I might be completely wrong here. Leecol getting out of the way of BX as well. He's trying to set in some really big hot laps.
This is going to be interesting now. So BX has got some chance to catch after Fancy. He's got some room to go after him now. And then you've got... Yeah, that is Leecol lap down on Thunderdome. That explains that. Yeah, so we've got a couple of people with some long leashes now to try and push the limits. Try and get as much time as they can, the 21 seconds apiece to back, but they are substantially quicker lap to lap, so it's going to be very close.
In comes Bandit, in comes Deco at the same time.
Deco again.
Multiple in the off season. We wouldn't be doing multiple in the off season. We'd be doing one. Oh, you said that. Okay.
I was going to say the only reason the only way we'd be able to do more than the 5 was to do more upper and off season, because we can't do one in the actual season. It's more the point I was making, which is what he was responding to. But yeah, if we were doing this most often, it would most likely just be the 5 races in a calendar year, and that would be your calendar most likely.
Yeah, I'd need to figure it out because I can't remember. I went through it and I was like, is that even worth a championship? But probably is still.
I reckon it is. If it's 5 of this, I'd be fine with that. Well, not necessarily this. You did 12, 6, 8, 12. But that's formality to deal with in a much different day than this one. Oh, not sure what else that was.
That was just his hand. Okay, let's ride on board with Tim Grenny. This is his first hot lap of the stint. He's got the fastest lap on medium tyres. This is going to be his first lap on the softs in this stint. He's got the fastest lap in the race overall with a 16 flat. So is he going to be able to set a lap in the 15s at all? This might be his only lap to do it.
It's definitely going to have 1 or 2. You can have 1 or 2 chances at this if he can get it right. That did not look like getting it right, I'll tell you that much. He is only 18 seconds behind Harlex, admittedly. There's still a long rope there to try and catch. That's not impossible.
Definitely not impossible. Right, what is this sector going to say? He's just 8 tenths purple, so he needs to find another couple of tenths in this final sector
62.
To go into the 15s.
Yeah, that's insane. BX sets a purple for a 17 flat at a grand. Hold my beer. Absolutely insane. 17 seconds back on Harlex. Is he going to get anything out of this lap? Is this going to be a 15? It'll have to be something special of a final sector.
Oh, 16-1. And actually, it was only a tenth quicker than someone ahead of him. And probably BX, who set a 17 flat. Oh no, that's a lot faster than what BX did. 16.2 for Berger, actually.
Oh, Berger!
Just out of nowhere, he's like, right, let me just show you what I've made of. I just set a 16.2. I think he'll be a little bit annoyed that Tim Gren just set a faster lap there on that stint. But yeah, this is super quick. So we've got Berger, we've got Iggy, and we've got Tim Gren, who are probably the 3 quickest drivers today.
Challenge laid down here for Berger then, I reckon.
Yeah, potentially.
What you want to bet? It's the only thing going for his race right now, so he's going to try and go straight after that if I had to guess.
So we got... Yeah, everyone's still pretty...
Not the line.
Oh, and he's got a half second.
That's not the line either.
Oh, what's he doing? Let's see. Half second penalty for Rodicos, lapping in the 1 minute 20s on medium tyres. He's only got 5.6 ahead of Anonyma, so this is probably the next... battle. Anonymous on the softs as well. This is only going one way, surely. T3 triple threat gonna get this position potentially.
To 6. Who is my driver of the day?
Iggy.
Oh,
just for simply for doing those 3 stints at the start, 7 hours of racing, with just 2 10-minute gaps in between both of them.
You see, I can agree with that.
And being P1 at the end of it.
Been in the lead, yeah, that's saying with leading for a large chunk of it, I can definitely give Iggy that. I would definitely see an argument. I'm actually going to give it to Nick, and the reason for that is because he is the MVP. He is the only reason why Berger, the INF team, had such the advantage that they've got, because that rain stint was unbelievable.
True, he made all the right calls in that stint. He definitely. Deserves a big shout there.
On the lead in a stint. That is unheard of.
Tim Green has to be up there as well, because he's been the fastest and he's not made any mistakes.
Tim Green is going to get overshadowed by the fact that he was so far back in the first place that he really couldn't do anything with the laps.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's had the, he can take 2 or 3 places like Ridwan did in stint 2. He'd be up there, admittedly, if you were going to look that kind of direction. I personally would give it Nick. I can't look past them, the main reason a team won the race.
Yeah, he built a huge gap. It was, what, 2 minutes he overturned?
Yeah, 2 minutes in a stint.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. After Iggy had spent 7 hours building up against Pekka, building up against Kevin, building up against... I'm not entirely sure the third one was, but that's my bad. But yeah, building up the 3 INF guys, they was in the first... It was Marnik, sorry. That's the name I was forgetting. I don't really think you can do anything else other than go... Yeah, you gained 2 minutes. You probably were the best driver, especially on the track of that stint.
Very true. So the gap between Fancy and BX is currently 10 seconds, with
about
7 laps to go. Yeah.
And Attingren apparently pushing.
It's going to be
close.
Close. Tim Gren is only 11 seconds behind, and Anonyma is only 3.6 behind Eroticos.
We might have 3 overtakes right at the end of the
We definitely will. Well, at least 2 of them.
Well, definitely going to get 1. 3 seconds should be enough for Anonyma to get Eroticos fairly easily with 7 laps to go. The others, 10 seconds. See, they definitely closed the gap down enough for what they needed. That's a certain.
Yeah, Anonyma on the softs and Eroticos on the mediums. Tim Gren on the softs, Harlix on the mediums. BX on the softs, and Fancy on the mediums. So really, they should all be able to do this.
Yeah.
If they can catch up.
I would like to ask where this version of Spider GT was a couple of seasons ago at eSports.
Oh, Tim Gren has already said that there's not even enough drivers to put together an eSports team left in Spider GT. I think he just managed to cobble together drivers who fancied this race particularly to race under the Spider banner, but they're not actually Spider drivers
anymore.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see that some other drivers that may have been interested in this race, and Melvin would have been something. Mahato, if he had showed up in the actual race, they could have been ginormous for Spider GT. You think of the team that Spider GT could have had today. It could have gone a very, very different way.
Yeah. To be honest, SkyCloud's saying that there might be a fight for P10, but they're both on soft tyres. I think it would something unusual would have to happen for Lee Cole to actually get caught.
I was about to say they are definitely the least likely to make a move out of the 4-week battles we currently have our eye on.
Yeah.
One of those is Anonymous not really got anything on a road card on this lap.
How many Red Bulls? I don't drink Red Bull. I think it tastes disgusting.
I actually will. This I will actually agree on. Red Bulls are not nice.
They taste horrible. And energy drinks in general are just poison, so don't drink them, guys. But if you have to drink something, drink a Monster, because at least that kind of tastes good.
If I
Red Bull tastes horrible. Also, well, no, I'll tell you what it is actually. I've had way too many nights drinking vodka Red Bulls and Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bomb, yeah, okay, I can go with the Jaeger bomb.
Like, I just get PTSD when you're not out drinking and you smell it. It's like no, get that away from me. It's like you know when you smell something, it brings back a vivid memory. That's basically what it is. I could absolutely. I am on board with that, 100%. Yeah, I just don't like the taste of Red Bulls. I'm not. And it tastes shit.
I'm not a big energy drink guy. If I'm gonna do energy drinks, I'm probably gonna just go like a Lucid Sport or something. It's probably a lot tamer than the rest of them. I don't know if it's technically classed as an energy drink either, but you know. But yeah, I mostly just drink flavored water.
Fair.
I have been flavored water for like a year now for some reason. I'm not sure why or how that happened. How many teas have you had?
Just one in the morning.
One again started.
Yorkshire tea, obviously. Yorkshire tea.
What's happening with the rest? Because Anonymous got within 1.5.
4 seconds
4
here.
4 seconds for Attingren. Jesus.
6 seconds still for BX, so he's not catching as quickly. Fancy's putting in a proper shift.
Fancy's trying at the very least.
Anonymous the closest, but he's got Deco who has to get out of the way.
Monster's better and cheaper. They're all pretty crap.
Oh my god, what are you
down
doing,
the
mate?
inside, that's a choice. I know Deco's meant to get out the way, but that is still a lunge from quite a way back.
He was like, I'm going to force you to get out the way for me. But now he's 2.1 seconds behind Eroticos. That lap was an 18.7 compared to a 19.8, so still a second a lap quicker despite all that. Tim Gren, a 16.2 still. 16 flat was his quickest, but he's still not managed to get into the 15s. Harlex, 20.7.
Yeah, it's just...
That is 4.5 seconds.
It's absolutely insane is what it is. That is shit. Bear in mind, Harlex, at the beginning of his stints, he was on fire in eSports. He's had multiple P3
Is he tired?
fighting Aura. Maybe, honestly. It might just be fatigue, because he has not hit the stride I thought he'd hit today.
Man, it's all happening at the end. Maybe not for P1. BX is still... The only one that's a little bit questionable is BX catching Fancy.
He's
BX 17.1 compared to a 19.4. That's still 2 seconds a lap quicker that he's been.
I was about to say, he's still got 6 laps to do it.
This is spicy.
Yeah, also, everyone's talking about Yorkshire Riot. Here's the controversial statement coming from me.
Oh my god, don't say if it's...
tea.
Oh, okay. I thought you could say I don't like Yorkshire tea.
No,
and I like some of that other shit.
No. I just do not like tea.
That's fine.
I'm not a big coffee. I'm not.
I didn't like tea for a while either, and then it grew on me. Eventually, like.
Here we go. So
yeah.
Cut you
let's
off.
watch this.
This might be it. Down the inside, Anonymous going for another lunge. Trying again. He still had the inside line through the beginning of the third sector. He got a lot of the curb. He's trying to get it done. With a couple of laps still left in the 12 hours. Eroticos is hanging on for dear life, realistically, on the straight as we head towards Blanchimont. I'm definitely going to end up getting a nuisance thing for how loud I am, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Here comes another
defending
again,
pretty
round
well
the outside.
Here. Eroticos only has a few laps
Switch
to try
back,
and
maybe?
defend from. And they're actually getting blue flagged.
Imagine if Pyro said...
Who's blue flag?
No.
Oh, it's Fancy Locks who's approaching. So the gap between BX and Fancy is 3.5. The gap between Harlex... Oh, here we go.
Right,
here we go.
2/10 of a second. 2/10 of a second. It is going to happen. Attic Red going after Harlex. Trying to get 4th for Spider in the second sector here. Still a long way to go, by the way. It's what I'd like to point out. Still about 6 laps. I mean, long way to go. It's relative.
All these drivers are skilled enough to keep the
whatsoever.
driver behind them, though, if they place the car well and they drive well. Even with the pace. Harlex is survived so far onto the back straight and has got himself a 4/10 of a second gap. It might completely disappear here. We'll have to see.
I think if Attengren got any common sense, this show goes straight to the Kemmel, straight. Stop Harlex. Stop Harlex really doing anything. Harlex is just going to cover that inside, the outside line off. He might go here. He might go down into La Sauce because he's got
so
a decent
close.
run.
Harlex is already defending the inside as well.
Yeah, he's pulled out the slipstream here, so that'll be the end of that battle into La Sauce, and I think that's wise, admittedly, from Attengren.
Very quick check. Okay, there's still gaps between the other ones, so we'll stick with this.
Anonymous got past me. I don't know how long.
Oh, he got past. Yeah. That must have literally just happened. Right,
yeah,
Anonymous ahead of Rocos. Okay, well, we'll stick with this one anyway.
Here we go. That's just about kept him bound there for Attengren as they head down the Camel Straight on lap 43 of 48. They're not going to get to 48, but right now, Attengren's going to try and date 4th. He's going to get 4th on what has been a monster couple of stints from the Finnish driver, and he's managed to drive past Falcon all the way up into the top 4, and I don't think Harlex has any sort of fight back for that.
Absolutely not. So Eroticos, just to recap, lost out to Anonyma. Harlex has lost out. Now it's over to BX. What can he do in these last 3 laps to try and get Fancy Locks?
That much. They're both gonna do 47. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna do 47.
So they've got 4 laps to go then. They've only done 43.
Yeah,
4 laps
you're right,
left.
you're right.
Yeah, it's just because they haven't lapped. The BX is 350 back, so unless he's going to lose 40 seconds or the equivalent of a pit stop, that's not going to end a lap early.
The gap under 2
Say
seconds
that
now.
Watch them both get damaged going past each other.
Oh man. Battle for the podium still going on after 12 hours.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Still battles up and down the grid somehow. Oh, that's a bit shaky there from BX. Yeah, I was about to say, I couldn't tell whether or not he slid it over the line. He did. Off the curb, half-second penalty, and that is going to delay him a little bit.
A little bit, but it still should be close at the end.
Is Blake also is safe in P10? I don't know.
Well, yes, I think he is. But I'll check in a little
This is
bit.
in the beginning of the second sector. You can probably check now. There's nothing going to happen in this middle sector here for BX, I don't think.
Yeah. A big shame for BX getting that half-second penalty.
There's
but
still 10 seconds between them, apparently.
Yeah, well, it's too late in the race. Then. Yeah, they're
definitely
safe.
safe.
We'll stick with this.
Not catching fast enough, it's catching at all.
Yeah, it was about that gap before as well.
BX is trying to steal a second here, and it would be a steal. Quite frankly, it's. I feel sorry for Fancy here a little bit because he was the one that got saddled with. Regardless of what he did here, unless you won this race, it was always going to be, well, Iggy carried. You were always going to be the one that would take the blame.
I don't think he's taken the blame for anything. He's done really well. We have to bear in mind, Iggy is a tier 1 driver, and he's paired himself up with 2 tier 3 drivers for this. If they wanted to be ultra competitive, you'd have put Iggy with Owen and Keto and just done those 3. But they didn't want to do it that way. Obviously, Inferno's got a bunch of drivers who are tier 1 pace, and this team of 1 tier 1 driver and 2 tier 3 drivers, it's about to finish second and beat full-on eSports teams to a podium. Yeah. That's amazing.
That is fair. That is fair. That first 7 hours of the night, first 7 hours of the day definitely helped. That's said. You get someone to put that kind of shift in. I'm intrigued with a couple of laps left. Chat, who do you guys think is driver of the day? Because we got asked that ourselves, but we didn't get to ask you. And
yeah, put it in the comments
to see what people are going to say, because I would give it to Nick because of the rain stint. And Ross said that Iggy for the first 7 hours, which is an entirely fair comment to make. We go through here. BX is now within a second. BX is now within a second of Fancy Lock to try and steal second at the death. Can he do it?
It is Deco and Xbender X who are just ahead of this battle.
That's a battle for position, potentially is actually. Those two have been back.
Actually, no, it's Deco and a Rotacos, sorry. Rotacos with another second penalty, so yeah, he was always going to lose out to Anonyma there. He's 2.4 seconds behind, he's going to drop even further. But that'll take him out of the battle for P3 here. Is he going to be able to do it? 2.5 laps and 0.6 of a second for Fancy.
I think he is. I don't think it's going to take too long either. I think realistically a good exit here sets him up really well for Sector 1 in the next lap, and that'll be where he tries to do it, I reckon. Yeah, I don't see a world where Fancy holds on. But I've been wrong before. That's for certain.
He needs these cars that he's about to lap to give him a bit of a hand here, does Fancy.
Yeah. So, Jin said whoever got the fastest lap of the day, and the rest of the chat are all but unanimously saying Iggy. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get Fancy here? Both of them dove out the way.
That was good. That was like in unison. Well, they are on the same team.
Is in unison.
Oh, look, here he comes.
Both of them. Here comes BX to the inside to get Fancy. He sent it.
Oh,
and surprisingly, he got well before he's got in front.
Come on, Fancy, get him up the hill. Come on.
I would like to point out that it was
two
both
Aero drivers.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this.
Come on, Fancy. You could do it. You could do it.
He's going to have a run. BX should have done at the end of the Camel Straight, in my opinion, just cut off all sorts of ability for Fancy to really fight him back, but I think he's getting away with it regardless. He is going to get away with it.
Oh, that's so upsetting.
BX is going to get it right at the end. He's going to get second right at the end. 2 laps left. That's all Fancy had to hold on for. He just could not do it. Going to find himself on the bottom step of the podium instead. Unless there's something left of this. BX's tyres are starting to die off. So he's not gaining this second sector as much as he probably would have hoped.
Yeah, his tyres are pretty dead, actually. So, but no, look.
I don't
he's just driving
really
away.
know that I don't think there's any real fight for Fancy here. He does have tyres that aren't going to fall off. BX is going to just drop off a little bit. I think it's going to be too late for Fancy to fight back. There's not enough time left. If they had the 48 laps, however, that could have been very interesting. They're not going to get it though because Berger lapped everyone.
Berger, he has indeed. Oh man, Inferno absolutely just unstoppable today, to be honest. Is he on his last lap? He is already on his last lap. He's in sector 2 on his last lap as well. So it's probably worth giving him a little bit of screen time to finish the stream. Because
but BX and Fancy weren't that far away from each other.
They weren't, but let's be real. BX isn't.
Down the straight.
He's not
BX
losing.
He's not opening it back up. 0.6 of a second though. There's good exit for Fancy, and there might still be a chance. I don't know if he's going to get it against that. Nope, never mind. That's dead in the water.
So yeah, back to Berger. He's just about to start this final sector now anyway. Inferno started the race in P2 after qualifying. Managed to finish P2 in the Stint 1, where they did fall back a little bit, but then the rain came after they stayed out longer on the mediums and everyone from the softs already pit. Recovered P2, stayed P2 for the next 2 stints, and then in Stint 4 in the wet, overturned a 2-second
advantage. Yeah, he created a 2 minute. Overturned 2 minutes with 1 corner to spare, and round goes the bus stop for the final time, and Berger's gonna wiggle to the line, and it's success for Inferno, and they win the 12 hours of Spa. Comfortable in the end, not even a close contest. That two minute swing absolutely created all the chances in the world for Inferno in this race. Deserved winners in the end.
Harlex 10 seconds off the back of Tim Gren in the end. And then back to this battle for P2, the gap's now 2 seconds for BX, so potentially would have got him in a number of corners since he's already 2 seconds up.
Admittedly, that final corner exit onto the final lap from Fancy really did it in, didn't it? It went from 6th to a second all the way out, well beyond a second, and now up beyond 2 seconds. So it's a mistake from Fancy at the end of that. But he was just pushing. He ran out of steam. BX just done enough realistically to get second place. And Project Platypus is going to love it. They're going to get that and potentially use that as confidence, quite frankly.
Heading into the new season, definitely. Yeah. Capel P8 for Queen's Head, so they did finish pretty much where they started. Who's ahead of Anonyma? This is the problem. We've got X-Bendit finishing in P12 for his team. Pretty decent there. Now we've got Anonyma just ahead of BX.
Behind that. And there's Fancy Locks right behind that as well. BX gets second on the second step, and Fancy will come over for the third step, and that is your podium. Inferno, followed by Project Platypus, followed by Aero GT's first team. And, well, it had a lot of drama, a lot of twists and turns. That just that one stint in the middle of the day just swung everything.
Oh. Mission failed there. Actually, it was quite good, actually. I was impressed.
Recall finishes 10 seconds clear of Epsilon Delta in the end.
The 10 seconds that we saw.
Might be more than that now.
Oh, he's out of fuel! It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's literally a year and a half either side of him.
And the last man to cross the line is going to be Eroticos, who's also out of fuel. But he finished the lap up on Capel, so it doesn't matter.
God damn it.
Oh, Eroticos. P7. What a race. What a long race.
What a day that was. We have gone out, even if it is just another one-off, we have got to do this again.
Yeah, we'll either do it as a series of one-off races like this, to keep it informal, or we'll do a championship, but you can't act like dickheads, okay? If we're going to do a championship. Serious. No, I'm being serious. Seriously. Don't be dickheads. Okay. With that being said, massive congrats again to Inferno. We got so much happening in Season 19 coming up in Aero League Racing, so check out Discord. I'm sure you're all signed up for your various events, and yeah, thanks for spending your day with us. Yeah,
it's been a long day for everyone involved, from me and from Ross. We want to say massive thank you to everyone that showed up. Massive thank you for every team that got involved, making this a real thing. And yeah, we will see you guys next time out. That's everything we got. See you in Season 19.